Oh man, it's been so long awaited, man. No more one shots, no more none of that. No, 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 no. He's back in his roots. He's back where I want to be. Tatsuji Fujimoto is back on Chainsaw Man, man. And this is finally what I've been wanting to, man. I kid you not. It is such goodness. Ooh, this chapter was Tatsuji, man. This man. Ooh, yo, Tatsuji done good, man. Not enough for me, giving him the shaft treatment, but he is my favorite mangaka. But I have to say, man, this is a very good chapter. He's come back to ages, man. He's done it right. He's done it great, and he's just Tatsuji. What more can I expect from him? This was a very good chapter. I don't even know the character's name. That's all. But if I were to calm down and actually review the chapter, I would just like to give like what I found this was special a chapter and what I found was truly significant. Because everyone just like to when they do reviews, it's like to reread the whole thing, and I honestly don't care about that too much. Because you read it, I read it. Let's just talk about it. The main things I will say interesting is that I will find it interesting that it's Chainsaw Man buns now, man. Denzi out here selling his buns. But on a serious note, this actually shows that the world itself has grown, even to a point where Chainsaw Man is still celebritized and the effects of Machina's effects are still in place. I said effects twice, and that devils are not even schooled. You devils used to be seen as feared and as looked as demons. Like even when Denji and Asa had their little exchange, they even talk about how devils were well known to society as their own, just that they were a lot fierce. But now they even land in schools. Even Asa said so herself, even saying the system is corrupt. And I find that to be a little interesting. So the popularity of Denji seemed to have had some effect on the world building as a whole. If I were to say anything about Tatsuji Fujimoto, is that he knows how to do setup. And you can actually see the setup of this full chapter within the first couple of pages of this entire chapter. Like, as I said before, for one, you see that devils are not accepted within school. Two, you see that they are appreciated even though they're still devils and can still be treated like some form of pet or some other. Three, we learned about the character Akane and how she feels towards her classmates. And four, we learned that Denji's a hero due to the chainsaw buns. All within, I would say, no less than only 5 pages. And that's just a setup that can lead to so many different things within the rest of the series. Like, honestly speaking, for one, when it comes to the class president, that goes on to show her true character later on. We see just a little tidbit of it, like a side little note that we honestly you wouldn't notice if you didn't pay attention, but you would see it a second time, such as the class decision to let Bucky live. I know it's to show that Akame is rejected from the whole class, but if the class president herself, someone who we've established as is Akane's friend, she herself would at least inform her that the class decision. Yet out of everyone, Akane is the only one that seemed to be surprised and is unknown of this decision. And as a class president, someone who has shown to be kindness to her, it would be very odd that she did this. These little things like this, it just builds up to everything else. Like it's just these little nice little notes that just adds to like it's not that very deep, but it's just a little side note that I like that he paid attention to. Like the character is consistent in one end. Like it shows you a nice fate on the front, but the actions themselves are not as so nice. And that there duality within we see within a character, and it wasn't for like a good reveal at the end. It's something I truly do like, and I would like to give Tatsuji. Oh gosh, why am I butchering your name in this video? Tatsuji Fujimoto his points. After all, he's my favorite mangaka. I'm just pause all that. And the third thing to Akane's character herself, even going back to her realization right as she was near death about how she felt towards all of her classmates and even to everyone else, that her jealousy and her jealousy towards her other classmates and how it really made her hate them instead of honestly not trying to understand them or even becoming friends with them, and to her realization towards becoming, well, I would say a fiend devil, but I'll get into that later. Even to the point of when Bucky himself accepted her, that she herself even opened up to him. Because at the end of the day, all she truly wanted was to be accepted, understood, and have friends. Which just goes to show you that, yeah. And even like a slight little tidbit, such as when she falls and trips, and the only person next to her being the class president. And when you get to see what this means so later on, is there, it just, it's a little thing. It's like these little tidbits on their own are very nice, but it adds on to so much more. And that's why I can love and appreciate Tatsuji Fujimoto for his artistry. I kid you not. His artwork is not the best, but he knows how to tell a story. And this man is gifted with the skill called comedy. I really feel like Tatsuchi Funimura, like he is up there with Oda with one of my funniest mangakas. Plus, not to mention the references. This is just reference season. Every single thing is a reference, man. We got the oh yeah, with the references. Every single thing's a reference, man. We got the Invincible Tsukimoto reference with the face scar. We got the Kobani face scar. We got the Denji reference. I want to touch some breast reference. Oh my gosh. We got Goodbye Yuri reference. This man was in his bag. I low key think he did all those little things just so he can make these references. Oh man. But it turns back on. Let's get back onto the topic. I did mention that I believe she was possessed by a fiend devil because I would say her actions completely changed. Be it that the teacher was having an inappropriate relationship with the student, which I honestly don't think she would care about. I still somewhat don't understand why she herself would kill him, unless like she herself just turned full evil against the world, nihilist, everything. Because the teacher himself, even though the relationship thing with the student has morally, well, not morally, but referently hasn't been too bad to her, and it's kind of a surprise that she would just turn him into a weapon, and just sling sang zoom and send him out and give him a kiss goodbye grenade setting. But yeah, that's the only thing I would say. That's why I believe she might be a fiend. Yeah, or she made a contract. I think she's being controlled by a fiend, or as part of the contract. We'll learn more as the next chapter go on. But I have to say, man, I'm so very hyped to have Chainsaw Man back, man. Tatsuji in his bag, as always, man. He's just skilled with the pen. My favorite mangaka. And once again, I'm very proud that it's all back. But, like, please share what your comments, how you feel about it, man. And if you think this video was somewhat enjoyable, at least I thought it was, or somewhat funny, please don't be afraid to give a like, comment, subscribe. But I've been talking too much, man. It's been B3, and stay animated.